Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign, May 2025's horoscope. Some relationship stories are taking center stage in your life. Business and love relationships, really focus point stuff, and some positive developments may be going on in your finances. Let's break it down and take the next half hour together to talk about the overview and then the week by week instructions or delineations for this month. If you're new here, welcome. I am Lori Lothian. I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac whole sign houses, and I do lots with those fixed stars and minor asteroids. And we'll talk about the Juno, the goddess of commitment asteroid, as she's playing a big role in your sky in the month of May. We're also going to mention a little bit about what I'm sharing for special sale items this week or this month. So starting on the 20th of April through the end of May, you can get my 2025 All Signs bundle for half price. And I've never sold it for $33. That literally is a deal. You're going to get 24 hours of video content, 2 for each sign, plus a PDF guidebook for each sign, all different content for each of those PDFs because I wrote them for your sign, how to navigate 2025's year ahead using your astrological knowledge. You can buy them as a bundle because then you can listen to your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising, but share with friends and family. And also, you might want to check out the fact that I am teaching my Sky Reader class, normally held for the fall, September, October. I'm going to do summer school this year, June and July, because I'm traveling in the fall. If you want to be in that class, there are 6 weeks live with me, a Facebook group, all kinds of content you get to keep, extra bonuses, course description below, early bird discount wait list. So you hear when the doors are going to open before the public. You get an early bird pricing before the public. All that information is in the description box. I'll try to pin it to my comment section as well. Let's now talk about this sky. Woo! I'm on vacation. I got really weird lighting. Be kind. I just have to say I'm dealing with whatever I can on a journey. Right now I'm on a trip and I'm recording this, guys, for you, even though I'm on my vacation, because the content creation clock never stops rolling. So first of all, let's go over the overview, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It supports the growth of my channel. Let's say this. Let's start with this. We have movement in the sky. Yes, we do. Nothing is ever stagnant. And you are a Venus ruled individual. Let's start with Venus. She's the highlight of the month for you. Why? Well, Venus, the Lord of love and beauty, kindness and peace, is moving into your 7th house, May 1st through to June the 5th. Libra, that is your house of significant long-term love partnerships. If you are having any challenges, she's going to try to smooth the waters out in that part of your sky and bring stability to those relationships, whether they are business partners and love partners, or if your work allows you to have an audience, public and marketplace, gives you goodness and luck and positive energy there as well. And because you also have Chiron there, the Chironic wound is activated in long-term committed business and love partnerships since 2019, and you're now healing that wound as well. And so Venus is supporting that process of coming into a more ease and flow with that part of your reality. It could also mean as Venus moves through your 7th house, if you're single, you may meet somebody. Yes, she could bring in a new love story as she's going through this part of your sky, May 1 to June 5th. Now, she's been in and out of here due to retrogradation, but we're not going to cover the past. Just know that this is her final answer. When Venus is in your 7th house, all kinds of marketing and selling types of events, things you do, you want to promote a product or market or sell something or expand your client base, audience base, that's going to happen. That's really good for actively using this energy for making those stories full on occur in your life. Now, interestingly, there's a window of time that's very precious, and that's going to be Mercury and Venus together holding hands or being co-present in that 7th house. And your window then is really the first 9 days of May. You see, Mercury entered your 7th house, good for wheeling, dealing, negotiations, contracts, and agreements, marketing and selling. He entered there on May the 16th, April the 16th. He leaves on May 10th. But that means like from May 1st to 10th, both planets, Venus and Mercury, are here. Okay, what can you do? I don't mean, it's so positive. You could, manage to pull off in a hugely successful contract, particularly the words book publishing publications with Jupiter in your 9th house. You could enable yourself to get a super powered, crazy ass positive deal, the art of the deal that's really in your favor regarding things to do with to do with books, book publishing. This is what Mercury rules. Your ninth house, and Jupiter is there. Venus is the ruler of you. And so she's your goddess. She's doing the best she can for you. So if you have to do anything to do with deals, publications, contracts, visas, passports, marketing, selling, teaching products, podcasting products, anyway, all these things are blessed in the first 9 days of May. Now, when we move into May 10th to the 25th, and Mercury gets the heck out of your seventh house and enters into your eighth house. This is chunky money. What is chunky money? You don't earn it. You share it with others. It's a tax rebate, insurance payout. It's money from your shared resources with a spouse, all the money that is not directly earned by you, but can still arrive on your doorstep as a chunk and to share with another, your shareholder in a company, So I don't mind Mercury here for you, but you're going to get some surprises out of him. So there's some financial surprises coming up this month. We're going to talk about the dates when I break it down week by week, but some unexpected positive surprises may occur in the house of chunky money. Mercury offers that possibility May the 10th to the 25th. And you are also able to use that to file your taxes, to get tax rebates, to be really on your game when it comes to legal matters revolving around financial matters and government bodies, etc. May 10th to the 25th, Mercury can bring you information or news from the occult places like tarot readers, astrologers, and people who talk to the dead. And messages may be coming through from those types of situations and people. It's a good time to actively pursue that. Like, I'm going to, hire a tarot reader. I'm going to talk to the dead through a psychic reader. Those are good opportunities, May 10th to the 25th, to have good results during that time. And then finally, on May the 26th to June the 10th, Mercury is moving in what we call, first of all, he's moving through the next sign over, Gemini. It's his home kingdom. That is your ninth house. Well, Mercury loves to travel. He's a protector of travelers on the road. I will give you permission to travel safely, May 26th to June the 10th, to far off foreign places, pilgrimage, and distant lands. So May 26th to June 10th, travel away. He supports fine legal outcomes with Jupiter bringing luck. Why? Jupiter's in Gemini. Mercury's moving through Gemini. You're going to have luck coming through on legal matters, publications, book publishing, pilgrimages, far off shores, academic and higher educational matters. Jupiter and Mercury together bring good fortune up here for you, and Mercury helps that Jupiter story enable that, and that's May the 26th to June the 10th. Mars has moved into Leo about April 18th, and that makes a story all of May of Mars moving through your house of good spirit, the 11th house. This is a career gains house. And quite often I see Mars here looking like you're working hard to make money in a career path, or ambitiously pursuing your goals and longer range dreams in order to procure more advancement in career and professional success. And so you might feel very motivated and very up on your game, your A game in your work sphere around that time of May, all of May. So it goes through till June the 17th, and it started April the 18th, and May just continues that story. And his journey through your 11th house of good spirit is between 5 degrees of Leo and 20 degrees of Leo. And that means that possibly if you have a Libra sun, moon, or ascendant, 5 to 20 degrees in that range, you're going to love this transit sextiling you. If you're listening for your sun, you're listening for your career matters. So you're listening for your moon, you're listening about home and your home base and where you live. And if you're listening for your rising sign, it's you in the game of life. It's your particular avatar in the simulation. And therefore, it's very circumstantially accurate and also represents matters connected to your physical body. So I like this transit. You may cut some friends out, however. Mars was here in November and December, and then he changed his mind and went back to your career house. So a couple of things. You may go forward on plans to change a matter of career. You might quit the way you earn money. You may quit your job. That's possible. Retire, leave your work. You may cut some friends and groups of belonging out of your life. You realize they're just not for you. Mars has got a sickle, a scythe, and he's really got swords and scalpels, and he's going to cut, end, and sever those career things that are not right, but also the people that you no longer want to associate with in group settings or even in large social networks. You may change your mind about those relationships and let them go, or they may let go of you, and that's just fine as well. So, it's all right. It's all good to let go of those relationships. Mars is helping you do that in a way that supports you in a sextile. So if it's good for your soul, it's good for who you are. Jupiter, the Lord of luck and opportunity, expansion and growth, is working his magic in your ninth house. So Libras can get jobs from foreign countries because you're going to exalt your career house June 9th and next July. Jobs in foreign countries, foreign employers, you could escalate super successes on long distance travel, pilgrimages, adventures, gurus, finding a spiritual teacher, a spiritual philosophy, getting a book published, being in a publication success mode. These are stories that run through the sky last March of 23 till June 9th of this year. And you still got the best ahead of you. He's moving quickly. He's at the end degree. Certainly any Libras, 20 to 29 degrees of Libra, sun, moon, and rising are getting such love from Jupiter as he goes through the house, this positive ninth house of God, of Lakshmi, of luck, of prosperity, of opportunity. And it opens up a trine to you. So especially you later degree Libras are feeling really loved by Jupiter. You might meet a spiritual teacher, a guru. You might have somebody really want to support you. If you're in a job, the human resources person thinks you're sliced bread on steroids. Yay, you go for it. It's lucky time for you. It ends June 9th in this particular formation. On the Saturn story, Saturn moving in the sky through the sign of Pisces since 2023. March is continuing to do so until spring of 26, minus a dip into Aries starting the end of May. So you're going to start to test some new waters in the sky. Now, what Pisces is your sixth house of health, work, and pets and rental properties. And Saturn has been giving you some hardship there, and maybe testing you there, and also asking you what you want to stabilize there. Some of you may end jobs because of this. Some of you may have had health challenges here, karmic ones at that, especially with your feet. And some of you may, funny enough, I have a Libra friend on the El Camino, and she had bandages all over her feet during the Saturn in the house of Pisces feet health challenges. And she had so many bad problems with her feet and had to change her shoes and everything. It's literally so cartoonishly true. If you are looking at this, though, as Saturn giving you what you need because he's wise and sage-like, then you're looking for sage-like wisdom about what to do in your livelihood, your work, and your purpose and career. And he's leaving that house fully next spring, 2026. However, May the 25th through to September 1st, he slides into your seventh house. He will start to test you in long-term committed love, business partners, and how you relate to the audience and marketplace. And you singletons can meet a new person, but maybe an age difference of 7 years plus or minus. But it's kind of an interesting transit. If you're already in a long-term love relationship, then it will be tested over the 3 years that transit occurs in. But also it can stabilize a relationship and make it more solid and traditional. Like we're dating, now we're moving in. We're moving in, now we're getting engaged. We're engaged, we get married. Sometimes Saturn just levels the relationship up to a more realistic, but also traditionally committed stature. So that is there as well. I'm not going to do too much detail on that because we'll be doing whole videos on that, but just feel the tonal quality maybe of a change there energetically, May 25th to September 1st. Now, I'm going to show you the sky, and we're going to go through it week by week. All right, starting here, Libra. The first week of May, around the 1st to the 4th, we're going to have Venus embracing Neptune. And Venus and Neptune in an embrace in the long-term committed love stories of marriage and monogamous love can be a glow up in your love story. It can look like around May the 1st to the 4th, you and your significant other are deeply spiritually connected and bonding, or that they are having a very beautiful energy and experience in their own lives. It can also be really good if you do anything to do with videography platforms like YouTube and Instagram Reels, and then you have this sort of superior popular appeal in the public eye. And that's useful to know that to put out important content in the first 5 days of May. Then we'll notice that around May the 3rd through to the 7th, the next major story is that Mercury is going to talk to Jupiter for good news. Mercury is in the audience and marketplace, and Jupiter is in the 9th house. You could have a book publishing contract come. You might have, again, May 3rd to the 7th. You might have an unexpected opportunity for a travel with a significant other. You can find good news and good information coming to you regarding opportunities from distant shores, foreign lands, and academic environments. Mercury likes to bring news, but also in the 8th house, deals and contracts. If anyone of you are thinking of changing job or work or career, then this could be an opening of a contractual opportunity for you regarding new employment opportunities. And anything that happens in your relationship is fortunate at this time, including anything in a long distance travel opportunity, or you're already on a long distance trip and your relationship May 3rd to about the 7th is getting a really nice glow. And if you are trying to apply to a university or college, this is a good opportunity to actually send the application in or get your response that, yes, you are now accepted. Venus is sextiling Pluto at the very same time. And Venus is like, oh, let's bring it. What kind of wealth opportunities can we have, and power opportunities as well? However, Venus rules sperm and ovum, and Pluto is in the house of pregnancy. So if you're not wanting to make a baby as a woman or a male with your partner, then this can look like some kind of interesting maybe developments. So just be cautious around that. Otherwise, maybe your romantic life goes to a new depth. And if you're single, you meet somebody with whom you could go to a new intimacy depth in long-term committed love and romance. Or singletons, meeting your soulmate, twin flame, divine flame. Hey, come on, Venus, Neptune. Sextile Pluto in the house of transformation, in the house of romantic and sexual union. And maybe you meet a person from a foreign place, foreign shore, or in a foreign journey. These are all kinds of ways it may look for you. It's kind of luscious, actually. We're having an oasis, a sky of quietude. And that's coming up for you to be in your own element, not pushed around by the sky, not having to adjust to the temperature of the heavens. And therefore, you can use that time for calibration and reorientation of your goals and who you want to be. When is this quiet oasis of the sky? Well, around the 8th to the 16th of May. More or less, it's calm waters. And so use that time for what I just suggested, going inward, recalibrating, pulling yourself away from all the attention on your audience, marketplace, and significant other, which is what Venus tends to do when the Lord of the first house is in the 7th house. Try your best to go inward or see others as your divine mirror. There is something going on during that time. There is one thing going on May 12th. So we have a quiet sky, the 8th to the 16th or so. But then on the 12th of May is a moon. Let's put that moon into the chart for ourselves, shall we? On the 12th of the month, you'll notice that the moon is going to be full, co-joining Juno, the goddess of committed love and marriage, contracts and legal agreements that are binding. And Juno is in the money house. It's your earnings, your resources, your financial wellness, and commitments you might make regarding those matters. And it's also flowing to the south node in the 12th house and to the north node in your house of livelihood. So this looks like employment contracts for some of you. Maybe getting ready to make a commitment regarding a new employment or work situation. That's very fated and destined as well. And with Saturn loving up this moon, has long-term consequences over the next up to 7 years of your life for how that new contractual agreements regarding work and money can unfold. Now, it's a moon on the 12th, but it can show you what it's about in the 2 weeks that follow and up to 6 months later. Go back to October, November, what new moon seeds were you planting in your earnings house connected to your working house that you were making, seed planting opportunities or thinking of change there. Now you can begin to fulfill it. Some of you could retire with Saturn off of a career path entirely to begin pursuing something new, especially with a lot of planets in the 8th house, which is a retirement energy. One of the other things I would say on this lunation is that you'll notice that there is a sense here that you might make some critical decisions around what you want to do. Mars is the ruler of this moon, and he's squaring it from Leo. So this can literally be about exiting stage left and earnings path. I'm no longer doing this career. I'm out of here. 2 weeks after or up to 6 months after this new moon. If you need to let go of a food substance, anything goes in your nose or your mouth that you're ingesting that is addictive, South Node in the 12th flowing to this says, yes, we can do this. You got this. 2 weeks after, up to 6 months after, you can let go of food styles that are really not supporting increase and betterment of health, especially after Saturn's long transit in your 6th house, where you've had to deal with repetitive or chronic health challenges, that just keep coming back. And some of it can be dietary, and you may make some dietary changes here. That would work very well for you. Now, the second half of the month is very busy, right? We have a lot going on from May the 17th to the end of the month. So bear with me. I'm going to try to take it at a pace that you can digest. The Sun and Mercury co-join on the 17th, and then later Mercury co-joins on the 26th, Algol Uranus energy. Algol is a star, Uranus is a planet. I think you're going to connect May 17th, 18th to May 26th. I think those things are in common. It's chunky money. It's those monies that you don't earn directly. I described it earlier, but you may find there's unexpected surprises regarding taxes, regarding investments, regarding shared monies with business and marriage type partners. Obviously, Uranus always brings a surprise, and the Sun co-joins Uranus. And there's something to be considered. When the Sun is in contact with Uranus here once every year since 2018, it's not a big deal. It just happens to be on a star that's very important in a place in the sky that was initiated by Mars back in July. In July, what major changes were you thinking of making in your life connected to chunky money, career, long game strategies with taxes, maybe buying and selling property and real estate? Now you might be really considering the wise, intelligent, divine next move in this part of the story, including rental property opportunities and selling property and buying property. Though the Sun coming into that energy, Sun is the ruler of your 11th house where Mars is sitting, could also mean major life changes regarding work and career gains and how you make money in your career. And the Sun here is like showing you something, shining a light in this long range unearned income strategic money that's not directly earned. Mercury is having a fight with Mars. They don't agree on something. And that's also true about the 17th. I'd say the 16th to the 21st. But you'll see that Mercury at 15 degrees is getting ready to battle with Mars and, take it back a day. So this is on the 17th. You're just feeling it here. You're feeling it here. 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, Mercury square Mars. Mercury is Mr. Abacus and Mr. Tax Accountant and Mr. Marketer, Seller, Merchandiser, and selling, especially property or rental contracts. And he's sitting there and he's having a tussle with Mars. Mars is in good shape. He's in Leo. He's fiery. You might be finding yourself in that window of time that I just described to you, the 16th to the 21st, having to negotiate or calibrate some kind of financial matter in a kind of contentious mode with a sibling one older, or friends in groups of belonging, or social circles, or with somebody in a position in your workplace that has some say over how much money you get, especially if you're talking about separation monies, like severance packages as well. And you really are in a tussle of negotiation. It's just what it is. I can't change it. It happens to be what it is. The good news is Mars is in the Sun's house and trying to please the Sun. So I think with Mercury there too, you'll come out on top in terms of those monetary negotiations that may be predominant for you, May the 16th to the 19th or 21st or so. Now, the Sun is going to flow to Saturn. It's called a sextile, the 19th to the 21st. Sun is happy to talk with Saturn about matters to do with work and money, sign-on bonuses, commission checks, severance packages, work and money. Otherwise, health challenges can come through the sky and be resolved in a very easy way at this time, especially if your health challenges have been somewhat about the pace at which you've been working so hard, and you might need to pull back on some of the grinding pace of work that you've been doing for 3 years, and you realize you can't do it all. And by pulling back for some downtime, even, this is a Sun-Saturn story, you may be able to improve health. It's almost like go to the timeout corner and take a rest, okay? And your health can improve in this regard. Now, the Sun will then talk to Neptune, and Neptune is something dreamy and beautiful. and the sun is like agreeing. Something you put on YouTube, Instagram Reels, something to do with book publishing, publications, podcasting, glow up, sweetness, opportunity. You could be put on a very well-known podcast, and you're going to get some publicity leverage off of this, for example. Or if you're looking for an educational setting that you're like, I want to go to Harvard, then maybe you begin to open up the luck here, and that you see that your dreams can come true. Then that could be something to consider. All through the 19th of the month of May to about the 24th, there's a fire trine between Venus and Mars. And you can see Venus at 14 degrees is getting ready to perfect on the 21st of May. But you feel at the 19th to the 24th that the cosmic lovers are giving you something special. This can really be great for super celebratory exit strategies from career or work situations, positive new love relationships happening through social engagements with groups of friends and meeting someone new. Very positive energy with reaching an audience in the marketplace and increasing your career gains because you have new clients, bigger clients, better clients, or you're healing your relationship to the audience and marketplace, Chiron, and now you're passionately pursuing greater career gains because you're in full throttle mode. Fire is initiative, it's bold, it's daring, and it is increasing success in a way that says courage and daring are rewarded. Your relationship to an existing partnership in business or love gets a huge amount of takes two to tango, and two are tangoing well and having a good time. The relationship with you and your significant other, if you have one, is more socially engaged in a larger social settings, and it fortifies and strengthens the bond between you and a significant relationship partner. Between the 19th to the 24th of the month, by having fun together, you find the common ground in the love story itself. Then I think I need more water. Mercury and Saturn are going to have a very nice conversation. Well, Mercury is also going to bump into Uranus. Remember I said go back to the 17th when the Sun and Uranus were together. Then Mercury does the same thing. Now that will lead to contracts, deals, negotiations, signing on the dotted line, legal matters to do with money matters, but surprising or sudden or unexpected or shocking, maybe, but you had a test 1, 2 about what this is about. You should have a clue around the 17th and 18th, and Mercury's just finalizing the details. That's what he's doing. At the same time, he's talking to Saturn. It looks like work and career details, or you're finalizing some kind of contractual agreements around matters to do with work, employment, rental property, opportunities. Some of you pets, buying a new pet. Some of you selling a property or home as well. And those are contractual agreements with a wealth star there. So maybe I'll go give you wealth because of this, but be careful because there's also the erratic, unexpected energies. But Saturn's trying to hold fort and stabilize things. Mercury's trining Pluto and sextiling Neptune as well. So first of all, let's talk about Mercury Pluto. Watch what I'm going to show you. Mercury is flowing to Pluto. Mercury is sextiling Saturn, Neptune. This is a mini grand trine. It starts to really kick into the sky around the 25th of the month, 26th of the month, time zone dependent. Let's land to 26 because we're going to talk about a lunation here. I love this mini trine of goodness because it allows for very positive developments around entrepreneurial projects, creative projects, artistic projects, hitting the mark with an audience, public or marketplace. And it supports also the idea of publications in general, book publications, podcasting publications, and the words success. And also, if your relationship is needing to stabilize and deepen, it can help do that as well in significant long-term love connections. This also looks to be really good for legal matters to do with disputes in courts and you succeeding and benefiting and prospering as things resolve in your favor. Finally, there is a moon and there is a cazimi. It is getting warm in here. I need to put some AC on. Give me a sec. Okay, I'll finish this first. It's hot. It's hot in Arizona. The moon we want to talk about is new at 6 degrees of Leo, Gemini. And this new moon is attended midwife by a domicile lord, Mercury in domicile, Jupiter for luck. What a gorgeous moon. It gives you like 2 weeks and 6 months of 2 weeks after and 6 months after the vibration of success in foreign travel, foreign lands, foreign opportunities in career, things to do with book publishing, podcasting, getting the word out, aligning with higher educational values, finding your perfect educational place to go for higher education. Beautiful energy around aligning with purpose and dharma, being in a purposeful alignment with your life, pilgrimages and travel, foreign lands and foreign shores, especially with the South Node there. A lot of you are going to go off to foreign lands and distant shores in the next year anyway. Now you get this luck and this beautiful activation of those travels. It's just nice. It's just so nice. And a spiritual faith or philosophy can come to you on this kind of energy where you find your spiritual path opening up and you know what direction to go in. And as this moon is unfolding, Saturn is in cooperation. And so this moon can open up doors of opportunity for your relationship. And some of you, it looks very churchy, where maybe an existing love relationship looks like wedding bells want to ring in the next, 6 months after this moon, or proposals for engagements or movement towards that. And you could find beautiful spiritual teachers, guides, and gurus, mentors, and therapists even that align with your values and come into your life as a result of the moon here. And then Mercury goes into the heart of the sun on the 29th and gives you a 6-week reset button. Mercury joining with the sun on the 29th at 9 degrees, 9 degrees. It's actually exact at 9 of Gemini, favors you, Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Let's say 6 to 12 degrees of Libra, but all of you are getting a vibe. And it's a new reset button. It's flowing and lucky and full of opportunities. If it's your Libra moon, it's your home can change in a formidable way, maybe to another country. Your sun, your career gets a glow up. And if it's your Libra ascendant, any part of your life is going to be lucky at this point. I love it. And this is flowing to Saturn, ruler of the 4th house. Some positive changes in where you live or to do with property and real estate are coming off of this glow up as well. And if you wanted to apply for universities, go off on foreign and land adventures, take a pilgrimage, please consider this a double yes sign for those stories. Look to the 6 weeks that follows, this cosmic reset button. You want to publish a book, find an agent, apply for a school, do it on the Cazimi of the 29th, 30th. It's a lucky day. It bakes in the luck of this Cazimi. I hope that's helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell until you never miss a thing. And you may also find everything about me in the description box, my website, how to get a reading with me, good luck, how to, join me on Substack, Patreon, all of that stuff is under my description box here. Thanks, guys. Good luck with the month of May.